Yo, yo, what's good? What's good, folks? You know who it is. It's your boy, Juan Miguel. And we are live today, 100% live, hanging out with you guys today. I wanted to hop on and share with you guys that I am doing a sale. We are doing a sale total on gospelproducers.com for those who are maybe watching on YouTube or watching various other places. I have a website called gospelproducers.com, and I have a product that I'm going to show you guys today called Loop Elements, in case you didn't know. But it's the dopest way to create loops for your productions, for your live, gigs, and even for your like church services. And you can do it all while pressing just a few keys on the keyboard. Well, what we're doing is we're doing a sale on Loop Elements, early Black Friday access, 50% off all versions of Loop Elements. And give me a second here. I know you guys are hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Let me know where you're watching from down in the comments here. Let me know while I get a couple of things going. I got a couple of pinned comments up on the various places where you can get it. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can get it in the links in the description of this video. You can get this if you like Loop Elements and the way it is. All right, I'm gonna pull something up real quick here on the website. Just want to pull this here so I can show you guys on the actual site here. Give me a second. Here we go. All right, so Loop Elements again is on sale, 50% off. The deluxe version of Loop Elements is normally $99, and we got that on sale for $49.99. So you can get that. That's the version that works in Contact, but we've also got versions that work for Logic Pro X, and they're only $14.99. So you can get like the 4.4 version of Loop Elements for only $14.99, down from its $30 price point. So it's literally cut in half. I also have a Studio One version that you can get, and then you can get bundles. The bundle, like if you wanted to get like the Studio One bundle, you can get that whole bundle for only $34.99. All right, boys and girls. So those are the sales that we're doing on Loop Elements. So let me jump in really quick for those who don't know what Loop Elements is, and I'm gonna pull up Logic here and do top down here on my keys so you guys can see what's going on. So I have Loop Elements loaded up on the keys, and basically there's loops on each one of the keys. So if I hold down the key, I got a loop on it that'll play just by holding there, and it'll loop indefinitely without me having to do anything else. I could sit there and hold that for ages. Got a claps, snaps, got kicks, stuff like that. So there's different loops on each key. Shakers, everything you need to construct. So here's the beautiful part about it. Here's where it all comes in, and it gets really amazing. I can hold down bunches of keys to randomize it and get a fat loop just by holding down a few keys. So like I have a kick right here, right? And it hits, and then I have a snap right here. And then if I hold down these three, that's these three keys. This loop, and these are like 3/4 loops. And then that's a 3/4 snap that hits on every 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? So you hit this together, you get this. Whew. So I can create a loop literally in seconds. So like over here in Logic, I could literally, let's switch this to the BPM to, let's just switch it to 3/4. And then I'll just throw it up here real quick, hit record. Oh, let's see here. Sorry, let's bring it back. All right, so got that done. Quantize it. And then we got this. Bruh, in seconds, I got the perfect loop. You know what I mean? And then I can just easily go over here and pull up my EP. So literally loops in seconds. That's the whole premise of Loop Elements, being able to literally create a loop on the fly just by pressing a couple of keys on your keyboard. And it makes the loop process seamless and quick, whether you're doing it for church, whether you're doing it for a live gig, whether you're doing it for an actual production. Loop Elements has been used on songs by Todd Delaney, Travis Green, you name it. I got producers all over the world that have been using Cedric Thompson, people like that have been using Loop Elements in some of the records that you hear. It's the sound that you've been chasing in gospel. You've heard this sound. Uh-oh, wrong thing. Let me go back to Loop Elements. You've heard this. That starts out in front of in the beginning of a song. So you could easily create the fattest loops possible. And so now we have it in multiple versions. This is the Logic version. All of them are pretty much the same. They just work in different DAW. So this is the Logic version, but we also have what we call, or what I call, Loop Elements Deluxe, which works in Kontakt. So I can pull Kontakt over here, and it works in the Kontakt player, and it actually gives you a ton of other features that you can use powered by Kontakt. And then this works in any DAW. So whether you use Ableton or Pro Tools or Studio One, no matter what, you can, if you have Kontakt, the full version of Kontakt, you can use Loop Elements inside of any DAW and add it to any of your productions. And it's the same premise. I could easily, you know what I'm saying, go over here and add in. You know what I'm saying? Woo. Seconds. I got a fat loop. You know what I'm saying? I can easily just jump me back to 4/4 here real quick and just bring my loop up here and then boom. You know what I'm saying? Then just quantize that bad boy. You know what I mean? And I'm in the flow. You know what I'm saying? So it gives you that freedom and that workflow to just get in the flow state, because I know for me, this is one of the reasons why I created Loop Elements, is because I needed to stay in the flow state. I found myself spending like hours trying to create the perfect loop when I should be doing it in seconds. And if I can create the perfect loop literally in seconds by pressing just a handful of keys, and then literally I got the fattest loop possible, then I can easily jump from there and go on to my other production elements, because Loop Elements has done most of the job for me. And if I want to go in and add some other stuff, then I can easily do that. Now, with Loop Elements Deluxe, you get quite a few other features that are along with it, including the ability to kind of mix everything. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold down this key right here. Uh-oh, wrong. I keep forgetting to switch back to deluxe. Let's go back here. We live. So let's do that same loop. Let's just do that. Or I can just play it from here. Hold on. And that's easier. So now I can actually control, you can see I have volume for each one of my different sections. I got volumes for my kick, clap, snare, my perks, and my elements. So if I wanted to mute the elements, I could easily mute them. Now the elements are gone, but I can bring them back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can mute my claps. And all this stuff can be automated, of course, as well inside of your DAW. You know what I'm saying? So I got all of that. Same with the shaker, all of that stuff like that. I could take that out if I wanted to. I could just literally mute that, get that out of there. But here's where the beautiful part comes in. I can actually mangle these loops even more. I could change the panning on them. Maybe I want to put that shaker over here, like on the left. Let's just pan it all the way left. And if you got headphones on, you can definitely hear that. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe I want to tune up my elements. I can pitch them. So there are elements that are already warped and filtered, but I can filter them even more. You know what I'm saying? And then I have like even more advanced filtering over here, like cutoff, to warp it even more. Like my so it becomes like a loop workstation. See what I'm saying? And then you can automate this and create your own vibes, which I think is really, really dope and a great way to work. You know what I'm saying? So that's Loop Elements Deluxe. Now, again, we have this in different flavors. When you buy Deluxe, you get different patches. So like I have the 4/4 patch, and then I also have a 3/4/6/8 patch. I can just bring this up here. And now I got 3/4/6/8 loops the same way. Bring it over so you can see what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So there's loops on each key, shakers, and that's 3/4/6/8. And then you also get one shots. So I have a one shot thing patch that gives you just different effects, sound effects, different stuff like that. Got all kind of stuff like that that you can add in. And then you also get extreme worship along with it as well, which is as it sounds. It's like the extreme kind of worship stuff. Let's slow it down to like a worship tempo. I think that's somewhere like, let's go like 80. Stuff like this. So you got crazy, right? Just pressing down a couple of keys on the keyboard, just literally hands off, hands on. And I can record that down. I got my loop. I'm done. I'm ready to move on to pads, strings, keys, guitars, whatever else. I've created my loop process literally in seconds. And you get extreme worship, but also the benefit. Now, all of the ones that I just showed you all the ones I just showed you, the 3468, the 44, the one shots, and the extreme worship, they all come with any version of Loop Elements. So if you buy the Studio One version, if you just want it for native for Studio One, it works inside the present sampler. If you want it native for Studio One, you buy the Studio One version. If that's the only DAW you use, you can just do that. You get all of those volumes that I just shared with you. You get all of those 3 volumes with the one shots. You get that. Same for Logic. Same goes for Logic. And then if you want some extra sauce on top of getting all of the effects, you get the extreme you get the deluxe version over here, but you also, with deluxe, you get this bonus library that we created called the Swing Machine. And what the Swing Machine does, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is it's like these swing loops. Let's bring this up here. So you got stuff like this. Let me get it up to a different tempo. I'm down real slow here. Let's get it to like something real vibey for a swing, something around like 95. Let's get a little bit higher than that. Maybe like 1 right there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. So you get you something like this. Let's see. Because we got the kicks. We got congas. There's my shakers. So there's different loops on every keys. So if I go... So you just kind of experiment with it till you find something that works. See what I'm saying? So you get the swing loops when you go to the deluxe version. Now, if you say you've already bought like Loop Elements, any version, maybe you bought the Studio One version once before, you bought the Logic version once before, you can literally cross grade or upgrade to the deluxe version and get the Swing Machine and get the new effects that come along with the deluxe version and all of that stuff like that, all of the new features. You get that and you can upgrade for only $25. So if you bought Loop Elements in the past, maybe the Logic version or something, on this Black Friday sale, you can literally upgrade to the deluxe version for only $24.99. That's what you can do on there, right? So it's really simple, really easy to do that. If you've already bought, just log into your account on gospelproducers.com and then you'll see the upgrade offer and you can go ahead, check out and download the deluxe version if you bought any of the other versions before and you're just curious to get into the deluxe and get the new effects and all of that stuff like that. All right. So a couple of other things with Loop Elements that's really, really dope that I want to show you guys, that we got another version that I partnered with Jan Hunter Jr., my guy from Across the Sky, and we did West Coast Elements. And West Coast Elements is, I got with Jan, we created a vibe, and we gave you some West Coast type style. You know, let's bring that tempo down. Let's get us to like a nice, healthy 100. Woo! Y'all know that clap. That's that West Day clap. Now I hold down my sustain pedal so I can keep it going so I can octave up. Then we'll add in. That's so fat. And again, there's different loops. Got cowbells in here. Shakers. And these were all created by Jan Hunter. These loops were. snap. Got that West Coast snap. Let's see. Maybe you need something simple just like that. Yo, that's so fat. Pressing a couple of keys on my keyboard and I get this amazing loop. And then I can build on it. Now, here's the dope part about Loop Elements, West Coast Elements. You don't have to have, and we have the Logic version of this and stuff as well. Let me get over here in a second. And where's that at? It's over here. Okay. You can get the West Coast Elements, and you don't have to have any other version of Loop Elements to get West Coast Elements. You can get the West Coast Elements right now, any version for $19.99. You can get Yon Sounds for $19.99. You can get the Logic version. You can get an Ableton Live session, which I'm going to show you the Ableton version here in a second. You got Apple Loops for those who just want to use the loops themselves. Then you got the Contact version. Either one of these versions are $19.99, and you can get Jan Hunter Sound. That's West Coast Elements. So this is an isolated volume that I partnered with Jan Hunter Jr. Back last year to do. And I think we did it for like a limited time, and then we made it disappear kind of type vibes, where we brought it back, and you can get West Coast Elements now for only $19.99. Normally we sell it for like $40. We got a half off. You can get it for $19.99. Super duper dope. Super duper dope. Half off on that, so you can get that there. Coming for the questions in just a second. I see some questions, see some comments and stuff. I'm coming for those in just a second. I just want to make sure I get through all of this. I got one more thing to show you guys, and that's Ableton. Now, we do have an Ableton session. There's a West Coast Elements version for Ableton. Let me get to that real quick. Let me show you guys something. It's going to be under templates. So we have an advanced Ableton Live template. This is what we crafted. I put this together along with my guy. His name is Robert Edwards. If you guys have been following me long enough, y'all know who Rob is. Rob helped me put this together. This is an advanced Ableton template that you can use for church that has all of the markers, everything you need to have a super dope Ableton set just built in, ready to go. Just drop your stems in and just rock. Straight up Ableton Live session, master advanced. We got all kind of stuff in here, but here's the dope part about the master template. For $24.99, you get the master Ableton template with all of the features that come along with that, along with curated loops from all 3 volumes of Loop Elements. So this is super dope because you get to do these vibes inside of Ableton. Yeah. Touch of a button. Yeesh. I'm just clicking scenes over here. So like I got scenes over here on this side that launch different clips. I'm just trying to keep it centered for you guys so you guys can see it. Crazy, right? Or like, it's like 3/4. So you got the 3/4, 6/8 all in there. Woo. I'm literally just clicking buttons in. It's not anything scientific. I'm literally just clicking scenes. And then, of course, you can control the BPM. So this is probably one of the best values for money is the Ableton session, because again, it's only going to cost you $24.99, and you get kind of like a curate. You don't get all of the loops because Ableton, not Ableton, but Loop Elements comes with a ton a ton of loops, because like it's 88 keys and there's loops mapped across every one of the keys. There's various loops, so you get to kind of experiment with all of the different types of loops to create your perfect kind of loop when you're doing. But the Loop Elements version, if you're a live guy, if you're looking for a way to bring loop elements into the live environment, then you can get the master template. You get all of the features that come with our Ableton Live template, but you also get loop elements that you can bring into the live environment and utilize in that way, shape or form or what have you. All right. So that is loop elements in a nutshell. That's pretty much everything that goes along with it. All right. Let's see. I know I was going ham there for a second. Let's get to some comments here on the screen. Let's see what you guys are talking about, because I was going all the way in and I didn't have time to really look at comments or anything like that. Let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Chicago's in the house. Oh yeah, ignore that 9:30 thing, because that's something from the that's something that needs to be out because of the that's a random thing I had on Facebook. West Africa. Right. Just got here. Let's see what he says. He says, just got here. I have both 4/4 and 5/3. I think you probably meant 3/4. I want the deluxe. How much is it? If you want Loop Elements deluxe, what you're gonna have to do is log into your account on the site. If you've already bought Loop Elements, and then you can cross grade to the deluxe version for only $24.99. All right. That's how you upgrade to deluxe. Let's see here. Mar Music Trinity on YouTube says, as far as the mixing process, do we have control to do that as well for the engineer? Yeah, that's kind of a routing thing more so than it is a mixing thing. Because that's if you're using this live, if I'm assuming that's what you're maybe thinking about, like or another way you may be thinking about. But if you're thinking about live, that's going to be predicated on your live situation and how you route your tracks live. If you're talking about for stems, you can stem it out. What I do when I use Loop Elements, I typically separate my parts. So I'll do a track where I'm only doing like the shaker. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll add Loop Elements to another track, and then I'll add the clap in. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll add Loop Elements to another track, and then I'll add in the... You see what I'm saying? So that way I can kind of have a little bit more fine-tuned control over that, because I can open up multiple versions of Loop Elements just by just clicking the button inside of Logic. So I could easily just create that way. And then if you care about separating it out, if your engineer asks for it to be separated out like that, you could easily just put the elements on different tracks and then just stem it out that way, if that's the way you're talking about. But live, you're gonna need like a audio interface to be able to do that. All right, let's see, to make sure I didn't miss any other comments and stuff here. Yes, sir. Always supporting. Thank you so much, John. That's my guy. And then this is great content. Thank you so much, sir. So that's Loop Elements in a nutshell. Again, you can get it on the links are all in the description of the video. You can easily just jump down there, and I put the links in everywhere to where you can jump and grab those. They're on the website. Go to gospelproducers.com and you'll see they're on sale. You'll be able to see that and be able to grab those. We got some other stuff here as well. If y'all didn't know, since I got you here, we got the Pro Tools mixing template. I know you guys were asking me about that. It's available now. It's been available actually for about a month. So if you missed the Pro Tools drop, you can get it for $69.99. This allows you to mix mix gospel music inside of Pro Tools. It's my template, and it's using only stock plugins, so you don't have to have any third-party waves or anything like that. You can use the stock stuff inside of Pro Tools to be able to do this. Same for one of the most popular ones is our Logic one. Use all stock plugins inside of your Logic. You can get this template and be able to do that. What else is there that I want to show you guys? Of course, we got the Ableton template that I showed you guys. West Coast Elements is $19.99, so make sure you go and grab that. And then any other version of Loop Elements is available as well. You can get the deluxe version for $49.99. You can get the Logic version, just any of the individual volumes. Say you're just interested in the 3, 4, 6, 8 for Logic. That's all you really care about because you have a trouble with 3, 4, 6, 8 loops. Well, you can easily jump over here and just get the 3, 4, 6, 8 version for only $14.99. You know what I'm saying? So it's a really dope way to kind of jump in and get your feet wet with it. And then we got the Studio One versions and all of that. So there are links below. Make sure you check those out and grab those. This is the first. Each week I'm gonna be dropping different things. I got something really, really, really dope that I'm gonna be dropping on you guys on Black Friday. It's going to be really, really dope. We've been working on this. I'm not going to show it to you today, but we've been working on this for about 6 months. Something really, really spectacular. And I thought Black Friday would be a really good time, a really dope time to release that to you guys. So I'm working behind the scenes on something really amazing that I think you guys are going to love. And it's going to be dropping on Black Friday. So each week I'm going to be doing different deals and putting different things on sale. So right now you can go and grab Loop Elements. It's on sale, and from now until Black Friday, 50% off everything. All right. So if you guys ain't got nothing else, I appreciate you guys just taking out time out of y'all schedule to come hang out with your boy live here. Make sure you check out those links. Make sure you do all of those things like that. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. I'm out.